Hello everyone, welcome to Blues Economics. In this video, I'm going to discuss about some of the important objectives of economic planning of India. We know that India has passed 72 years of independence and India is going to celebrate its 73rd years of independence in the upcoming 15th August 2020. And in all of these years, India has made total 12 numbers of 5-year plans where it had a lot of objectives, strategies and policies to develop the Indian economy and to increase the living standards of the people. But till now, India is regarded as a developing country or as an emerging economics. So we can understand that there are still some important objectives that are yet to be fulfilled by Indian economy through some proper strategies and techniques. So before we start discussing about the prime objectives of economic planning, let us first understand what is planning. Planning is nothing but looking ahead and seeking out the future courses of action. That means through planning, we decide what we are going to do or how we are going to do in the future time to fulfill some of our predetermined objectives or to achieve some goal. Again, if we see the meaning of economic planning, then it is nothing but an economic mechanism for resource allocation and decision making, which is done by the government to fulfill some predetermined economic objectives. And these economic objectives are related to the production, consumption and distribution of various goods and services to fulfill the demand of the people living in India. Now, let us discuss some of the important objectives of economic planning in India and how we can achieve these objectives, and we will also discuss present scenario of Indian economy. The first objective is rapid economic growth. India is still not able to achieve rapid economic growth, due to which it still lacks in proper technological improvement and the industrial improvement in various regions of the economy. So, rapid economic growth is very important to make India a developed country. And this can be done through the proper development of agriculture, industry, power, transport and communication and the all other sectors. So, India should not only put importance on one sector, such as India is now improving only on the service sector with a proper improvement in the industrial sector or the agricultural sector, despite a lot of labor forces engaged in the agricultural sector, but the output of agricultural sector of Indian economy is very low. So, to do proper development and growth in Indian economy, the economic planning of India should put equal importance on the development of all these sectors. The next one is through the continuous expansion of the real national income and the real per capita income. For the proper economic growth of the nation, it is very important to expand the real per capita income of every person living in an economy. Because only through increasing the real per capita income, the purchasing power of the people can be increased, and if the purchasing power of people can increase, then their saving capacity, investment capacity will increase, which will eventually result in more capital accumulation that will lead to the proper economic growth and development. The next one is the economic growth should also include the improvement in the life consisting of life expectancy, infant mortality, literacy, etc. If an economy only gives importance on increasing the income of the people, then that economy cannot develop or cannot grow properly. For the proper growth and development, it is important to put importance on the increasing the life expectancy or the reducing the infant mortality rate of the country. because only through this the labor force of the economy can grow and proper human development can be achieved. And for this, the government should provide proper medical facilities at some reasonable cost and also provide nutrition, health guide, and various steps and strategies should be adopted to reduce the infant mortality rate and increase the life expectancy and literacy of people. And to increase literacy rate of the people is important to make people aware about the benefit and importance of a healthy life and healthy body. And if the people of an economy is aware, then they can eventually contribute their effort in the growth and development of the country. Now, if we see some data related to the GDP per capita in US dollar in the year 2018, then we can see that India has a very low GDP per capita, that is only 2009.984, while for China it is above 9,000, and for South Korea and Japan it is above 30,000. For Japan it has more than 39,000 US dollar, which is almost 40,000. Again, if we see the literacy rate in the year 2018, we can see that for China, Brazil, South Korea and Japan, it is above 90%. But for India, it is only 74.4%. So we can say that India has still a long way to go to achieve a high literacy rate. The second objective of economic planning of India is removal of poverty. Poverty is a major problem for Indian economy, which started before the independence and it is still going, but Indian economy has still not adopted proper strategies and policies to reduce the poverty of India. But the government can use some strategies to raise the standard of living of those who have been living in abject poverty for generations. The people who are facing poverty for generations, they are not able to increase their wealth and also to increase their standard of living. Therefore, the government should give more emphasis on these people. The next one is the government should put more emphasis on the common man, the weaker section and the less privileged people, and only through the poverty of India can be reduced. If we see some data regarding the poverty of India, then we can see that in 2019, the government of India stated that 6.7% of its population is below its official poverty line. But in 2014, the Rangarajan Committee said that the population below poverty line was 454 million, that is 38.2% of the population, which is a huge number of population living below the poverty line of India. Now, the next objective of economic planning is the increase in employment. Increasing employment of the population of India is very important, mainly to increase the gross national product and the standard of living of people. Because without increasing the employment or providing proper employment generation to the people, the population of India will not be able to generate a proper income to develop their life and also to contribute their efforts and knowledge in the economic development and growth of the country. And to increase the employment of Indian population, the government should take policies to provide proper education and training to solve the occupational mobility. Mainly, the government should put more emphasis on the development of skill of the workers so that more skilled and knowledgeable workers can be generated in Indian economy. The next one for the increase in employment is the geographical subsidies to help the workers and the farms move. We know that in India there are regional imbalances, due to which some regions are very developed, but some regions are still facing various problems and difficulties for proper growth and development. Such as the northeastern region of the Indian economy is lacking proper infrastructural and developmental facilities. Therefore, government should provide some geographical subsidies to help those workers and farms to move so that they can be skilled and get proper facilities to develop themselves. The next one is the removal of labor market regulations to increase the flexibility. If we see the unemployment rate in 2019, then we can see that in India, the unemployment rate is very high, that is 5.36%, while Japan has a low unemployment rate, that is 2.29%. The next objective of economic planning in India is the reduction of inequality of income. And this can be done through abolishing the semi-feudal relations of the production in the village level, which are mainly the traditional formation, and also through the removal of disparities between the rural and the urban income, which is the main cause of income inequality in India. If we see some data regarding the inequality of India, then we can see that Indian Human Development Survey indicates that the inequality has increased from 0.54 in 2004 to 5 to 0.55 in 2011 to 12. Again, according to Indian Human Development Survey report in 2005, inequality in income in India is the worst among various countries of the world. So, these are the main objectives of economic planning of India, which are very important to achieve with some proper plan, strategies and policies to make India a developed nation, and also to increase the standard of living of people by increasing their real per capita income, by increasing the employment rate of the people, and by reducing the income inequalities among people. So this was for all today. I hope this video has helped you to understand some of the prime objectives of economic planning in India and why we need to achieve these objectives. Thank you.